that can also join the same. Okay, so I think we can start with this today's webinar. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nancy Sharma, and I welcome all of you to this wonderful webinar on the art of storytelling. Stories are an amazing part of our day-to-day lives. Many of us like to read stories. Most of us like to hear stories, and we can't help but almost all of us are a part of someone else's stories. So believe it or not, but everyone is surrounded with the stories that they keep playing in their heads. Now, there are some stories which stay with us for lifelong, and then there are some stories which we choose to keep with us for lifelong. Stories can have an everlasting impact on someone's life. Interesting stories inspire us to be good and do good, whereas boring stories inspire us to choose the good ones. Stories, I think they have this amazing power of transporting a person from one place to another. And we think we all are our storytellers in one or another way, because there is no stronger connection between people than storytelling. So we feel that storytelling is our obligation to the next generation. These are our primary tools of learning and teaching as they bring order into our confusing world. So we hereby are trying our best to, give something of value, something of meaning to our students by inspiring, engaging, and educating them with stories. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Rupinder Garewal, who has been a great storyteller and a great teacher for the last 12 years. She is really dedicated and passionate towards her work, which makes her an amazing coordinator also. Her "we can work it out" attitude actually is a boon to her colleagues. She has helped hundreds of students in strengthening their foundation years. Ms. Rupinder Garewal has been a part of this organization for quite a time now, and she has seen a decade of students, a decade of innocent seeds blossoming into beautiful flowers. I'm really very happy to be a part of this webinar today, and without wasting another moment, I will request Ms. Rupinder Garewal to enlighten us with her skills in this amazing art. Ms. Rupinder, ma'am, please, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am Nancy. I really appreciate your kind words. So good morning, everyone. I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely delighted to be with you today. And I am highly grateful to our worthy principal, Mrs. Gauri Chavda, who has given me this opportunity and who is actually the reinforcer behind this. Thank you, ma'am, for all your support and advice. It's a privilege to work under your guidance. So, my dear friends, not taking much of your time, Let's start today's session on the art of storytelling. Let me just quickly share my screen. Okay. Storytelling plays a crucial role in child's overall development and learning. Earlier, the storytelling was tend to be seen as something just to pass time or just for entertainment. No real academic value was there. But now the scenario has changed. As per new education policy also, the storytelling should be used all the way up to grade 12. Any boring chapter can be made interesting through storytelling. It makes the children creative and makes them think out of the box. Okay, here is one quote by Albert Einstein. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. So my dear friends, from here only you can make out how important the storytelling is. So now let's talk about some of the benefits of storytelling. Help the child to know sounds, words, and language. Children come across lots of new words while listening to a story, and which actually help them to learn new vocabulary, and as a result it strengthens their language skills, instills virtues in your little one. Young children love listening to stories. When you invest adequate time doing storytelling with them, actually you are instilling virtues, good moral values, which they can carry with them as they grow old. So tell them the stories with meaningful messages. They will learn the valuable lessons of life like truthfulness, honesty, compassion, sharing and caring, and many more. Boosters their listening skills. It's not always easy to hold a child's attention for long. Children find it difficult to focus on a particular topic for a longer time. So doing storytelling with them actually help them to improve their listening skills, fosters their imagination and stimulate curiosity. When we tell a story to a child, the child start imagining the character in his or her mind. So when you tell a story, the children mind start visualizing the characters in their own mind the way they want to. This way, what actually is happening, we are making them more creative and we are making them open to new ideas, enhances their communication skills. Reading and telling stories to children enhance their ability to express themselves. Through the storytelling session, we can give enough chance to the students to speak up, to share their ideas, to share their feelings. Helps sharpen memory. Storytelling is the best way to sharpen a child's memory. Once you are done with the story, what you can do is you can ask some of the details of the story. Then you will come to know how much information the child has retained. Makes learning easier. Storytelling is the best way to teach any concept. It makes the learning easy and natural. Whatever you want to teach through story. Believe me, your children will never forget that. Improves social skills. Through storytelling, children learn how to pay attention and listen actively to the person who is speaking. What they are doing, they are actually showing respect to the person who is speaking. And this way, it helps them to improve their social skills. So now let's talk about type of stories which we tell in kindergarten and in primary sector. First one is fairy tales. Fairy tales take children to fantasy world. They do not only captivate child's imagination, but also enhance their reasoning skills. letter and sound stories. These stories are very important at early age. Through these stories, we can teach the students the letter and sound relationship. The children will come to know what is the exact sound of a particular letter. And through this, what are we doing? We are actually preparing them for future reading. Integrator stories. When you want to teach multiple concepts at a time, then I would say integrated stories is the best option. You can put all your concepts in one story and teach to the children. They will never forget it. Value-based stories. If I ask you guys from where you have learned the valuable lessons of your life, then obviously you would say from your parents or grandparents, because we used to spend time with our parents and grandparents. But in today's digital era, our children, most of the time they spend on their mobiles or on tablets. They don't have time to spend with the parents or grandparents. And parents are also working these days as well. So telling them stories with moral values is the need of the hour. Fun stories. Sometimes after doing so much of written work, our children get exhausted. They started feeling boring. So to make them happy and to freshen up their mind, we can tell them the stories with some funny characters. This way we can prepare them for the next task. Okay. Here are some effective storytelling techniques. The way we present the story really matters. So I would tell you how you can make your story more effective by using these techniques. Draw a theme out of your story. Before telling any story, take one theme and weave all the concept you want to teach in that story. The theme can be plants, family, houses, or any other. Through this, you can teach multiple concepts. Keep it simple. Complicated stories are not necessarily better. So if your audience is young, then simple is obvious. So do not take complex stories at this age. Otherwise, your kids will not enjoy and they will not learn anything out of this. So my dear friends, am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, right. Thank you. Use vivid language that kids can understand. In your story, take a word or two which children have not heard of before. Then you can use that word multiple times. Something has happened. Should I cross it? Okay. Then use that word multiple times in your story. For example, you are telling a story on trees and the new word stump you want to teach to your children, right? Then use that word several times in the story. By the end of the story, you will find out the kids have learned the concepts of the tale plus some new vocabulary. Make the character relatable. The main character of your story must be relatable to your children. If the main character is a dud, means not real, then kids won't bother whether he or she succeeds or fails. So draw real life connections. Say more, you're telling a story on food, right? And you want to teach the concept of healthy food and junk food. Then in your story, make healthy food a good guy and junk food an enemy. Let your story provide an answer to a problem. When you tell a story that provides an answer to a problem, then actually through this children learn how to solve problems in real life. For example, if you tell a story on houses, right? And along with the vocabulary, kindly tell them about cleanliness. so that in real life, when the children will celebrate their birthdays in their house, and after the birthday party, the house gets messy, right? Then the child should know how I have to clean it, because the child has learned that through the story. Appeal to the senses. While telling a story, activates as many senses as you can. The more the story activates the senses, the more memorable it will become. For example, in the story, there is a girl who is smelling the rose, right? Then at that moment, you can tell your children to do the same action, right? So this way you can making them actively participate in the story. Use props. Stories come to life through props. But here is one trick. Do not introduce the props all at once. Bring them one by one to arouse curiosity. Have your students retell it back to you. Once you are done with the story, then you can tell the students to retell their story to you in a different manner. This way, the important part about this is to making the students active during storytelling session. Do not give away too much. When you tell a story that has some mystery, then let your students to find out the solutions for themselves. You don't tell the whole story. Let them think. Let them ask what will happen next in the story. And this way we can make our students more creative, right? These were some storytelling techniques which you can use to make your story more effective. So here are some performance skills, right? While telling a story, you have to take care of these things. Voice modulation. Vary the pitch, volume, and tempo of your voice. If you change your voice with each character, then it will make the characters memorable. For example, in the story, there is an old man. Then when you are talking about that old man, that your voice should go down, right? And on the other hand, if there is a child in the story, right? Then when you are talking about the child, some bubbliness should be there. Then your voice should go up, pitch should be high. Gestures. Here I would say your whole body should dance while telling a story. Let your body speak to make the story more interesting. Movement. Movement can be used in multiple ways. You can paint pictures with your hands. You can tap your feet in the story as per the requirement of the story. For example, in the story, I'm giving you examples so that the concept will be more clear to you, right? Like in the story, there is a child who has a big ball. Then while telling a story, what you have to do, you can tell a story this way. There was a boy who had a big ball. When you are doing this, immediately the child mind start visualizing that thing in the mind, and the concept will be more clear to the child. Eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most non-verbal ways to connect with people. If you have eye contact with the children, then they feel valued and they will listen to you more seriously. Sound effects and taking pause. I would say you need to add more drama to your story to make it more interactive and make it more effective. So you have to put some sounds in your story and you have to take pause when required. Like if we talk about some dark night, how we will present that, I'm going to give you demo of that. Like, it was a dark stormy night. Then pause, give a little bit pause. Strong wind was blowing. Shh. Shh. Everyone was sleeping in the house. Krrr, krrr. So you have to put these sounds. If you have observed what I have done, I have put one, sound effect of wind when the strong wind blows, how it seems to be, right? The other thing is when someone is sleeping in the house, then snoring sound you can add, right? So by using these effects, you can make your story more effective. Okay, now next one is how it's very hard to, earlier also we have talked about this, it's very hard to capture students' attention while storytelling sessions. So here are some activities which you can do with your children to engage them in a storytelling session. First is you can give some words to the children and tell them to frame a story. You can write some words on a blackboard, tell the children to form groups, and you can tell each group to frame a story by using those words. So now let's do this activity right now. I'm going to give you a few words and you have to create a story of 3 to 4 lines, right? So anybody can voluntarily go for this. So your words are here. Okay. Yeah. Your words are boy, dog, jungle, night. You can think for a minute and then you can unmute and start with the story. Is the screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Ma'am, please repeat the words.
The words are on the screen. Can you see the words or should I repeat?
Ma'am, I didn't.
Okay. The words are boy,
Okay. Boy,
jungle, and night. Nighttime, right? You just have to prepare the story of 3 to 4 lines, right? So that everyone would come to know how we can do this activity with the children. Okay, time's up. Okay. Anyone who has prepared the story? Yes, you can unmute and you can share the story with us.
Yes, ma'am. Myself is Sanjeev from Guru Gobind Singh Public School. So it would be, yes, a boy was lost in a jungle,
Right.
and he had his pet dog with him. As the sun sets, they were planning to go back to their house, but they lost the path, and there was dark all around. So we can extend it again also. So I have just written this much.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. Such a beautiful story you have created, Sanjeet ma'am. Everyone, please clap
Yes.
for Sanjeet ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. I hope everyone has got the idea how we have to go about it, right? So, anyone else want to share the story? Yes, we can take one story.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
My
Okay, Pawan, yeah.
once there was a boy. He
Okay.
was he saw a shadow and got afraid.
Okay.
He observed that it was a cute puppy. He took pity on it as it was wet due to rain. He brought it to his home. He kept it as a pet. Every day, both played together and enjoyed a lot. It became it became the family member of the boy.
Very nice, Pawan ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Kindly clap for Pawan ma'am as well. Very nice. Thank you for participating. Okay, now let's proceed. Okay, this way, we have got two stories which teachers have told you, beautiful stories were. So this way you can involve your students in the storytelling session. The other thing is show some props and tell them to make the title of the story. You can bring some props to the class and, place them on a table. Again, the same thing you can do in a group. This activity can be done, right? You can tell each group to use these props and to tell the story or to act out the story by using the props, right? This way students will actively participate in the storytelling session. Tell them to complete the story or to change the end of the story. You can tell the whole story to the children, and at the end you can tell them to change the end of the story. This way, the children will come to know that each problem has multiple solutions, right? And the other thing what you can do is you can tell the first half of the story and tell the students to complete the story, right? So that the second half the students will complete it. This way they will become more creative and they will share their ideas with you. So the next one is Guru, can you help out because it's not arguing. Thank you. Act it out. Okay, now is the time to act out the story, right? Now I'm going to give you demonstration of one story. I hope you all will enjoy it. So, are you all ready for this? Should we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Sure.
I want all of you to type yay in the chat box. Okay, let's get started. Okay, today's story is not set in the jungle, not in the city, but in the deep blue ocean. And in that deep blue ocean, there lived so many sea animals. Can you think of some of the names? Which kind of animals? Hurry up, type in the chat box. What all animals were there? Hurry up. Yeah.
Sharks, fishes,
Okay.
octopus,
Yeah.
starfish, dolphin.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Seahorse.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And in that blue ocean, there lived a beautiful fish. And you know, that fish was extraordinarily beautiful. She had so many colors on her body. Do you want to meet her? Do you want to meet her? Should I?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, here she is. She is going to swim and swim in the water. Hello friends, how are you all?
Good.
Good. Are you all fine? Good. Thank you. I am good too. See the beautiful fish. How beautiful is she? She has got so many colors on her body. There are some blues, there are some greens, some red and yellow. And she has got some glittery scales also on her body. As she has got so many colors, so she was called the rainbow fish. You all know rainbow has many colors. So her
Yes,
name
ma'am.
was rainbow fish. One evening, the rainbow fish was swimming in the water. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And then it met one of her friends. And that friend was not other than the starfish. Hello, starfish. Hello, starfish. How are you? I am good. What about you? I am good too. Since morning, I am swimming in the water. Look at my shiny scales. I'm looking so beautiful. Yes, rainbow fish, you look beautiful all the time. Oh my God, I'm so gorgeous. And the rainbow fish started singing the song. मैं इतनी सुंदर हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ क्या करूँ क्या करूँ, मैं इतनी सुंदर हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ क्या करूँ क्या करूँ. Then the starfish replied, तू काला टिक्का लाया कर, तू कल्ली बार न जाया कर, तू काला टिक्का लाया कर, तू कल्ली बार न जाया कर. Rainbow fish got so happy after listening all this. But should I tell you one thing? This rainbow fish was very arrogant and very rude with everyone. She said to starfish, I am gorgeous, I am beautiful, but why do you look dull all the time? Oh my God. Starfish got angry after listening this and went deep into the sea. Then the rainbow fish again started swimming. La 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 la. Then it met a small fishy on the way. Hello, small fishy. Hello, small fishy. Hello, rainbow fish. How are you doing? I'm good. Small fishy said, should we play together, rainbow fish? Rainbow fish was very proudy, as I told you, very arrogant. She said, with you? No, not at all. I don't want to play with you. You are an ordinary fish and I am so special. Why should I play with you? Then the small fishy said, okay, no problem if you don't want to play with me. But rainbow fish, you have so many glitters on your body. Could you give me some of them? I really like your glitters. Why should I give to you all my glitters? Why? Just go away. I don't want to talk to you. The small fishy got very sad and very upset, and she also went away. Then, next day, all the three friends were playing together. Small fishy, starfish, and one red fish. They all were playing together and they were having so much fun in the water. La 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 la. It's so fun to play together. It's so fun to play together. La 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 la. Meantime, the rainbow fish entered, and the rainbow fish said, I also want to play with you. Let me play with you. But starfish said, we will not let you play with us. Then the starfish said to her other friends, do you know Why is she getting rude all the time? Then the small fishy said, yes, yes, even she is not sharing anything with us, so we will not play with her. They all decided not to play with the rainbow fish, and they all went away deep into the sea. Now, the rainbow fish was feeling very lonely. No one was playing with the rainbow fish. Then the rainbow fish went to her uncle, Octopus. She said, Octopus uncle, no one is playing with me. Octopus uncle knew the whole story. And Octopus uncle said, no one is playing with you because you are so rude with everyone. You are not sharing anything with your friends. Never forget, sharing is caring. Rainbow Fish said, why should I give my glitters, uncle? You should give your glitters. You have so many. If you can give some glitters to your friends, then they would also be happy and they will let you play with you. Again, the octopus uncle said, never forget, sharing is caring. Then the rainbow fish started thinking about it. The whole night, the rainbow fish kept on thinking, should I share? Should I not? Should I share? Should I not? Then next day, the rainbow fish has decided, and she shared some of her glitters with her friends. They all have also got glitters now. See, their glitter is came. They all became friends. The other fish hugged the rainbow fish, and they all started playing together. La 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 la. So it was a beautiful story about the more you give, the more you get. Let's end the story with this one song. All of you snap your fingers. Love is something that you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something that you give it away and you end up having more. Love is something that you give it away, and you end up having more. So that was all. Thank you so much for listening patiently. I hope you have liked the session. And I believe you all will incorporate these points in your next storytelling session with children. Thank you so much. Over to you, Nancy ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, Rupinder ma'am. Thank you so much for such an amazing and informative session. I'm sure every one of us enjoyed this with an open mind and big smiles on their faces. And I would like to thank you for keeping it so simple and so easy to understand, because I think that is the thing which we look for when we are trying to learn something new. I think that is the thing which we call as art. Thank you, Rupinder ma'am. And with this, I would like to thank Ms. Gurvinder and Mr. Gagandeep also for helping us run such a smooth session. And before we leave this session, I request each participant to please fill in your attendance and feedback form, which has already been shared with you in the chat box. And thank you for being such an awesome audience. You have been great. Thank you for keeping it an interactive session. And thank you for inspiring us to do everything in a better way. Okay, so before I take your leave, I request everybody again to please fill up the attendance form and feedback form before you leave this session. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.
Have you all got the attendance form and the feedback link? Are you all filling?
Ma'am, there is only one form, attendance form, or feedback form is different?
Yeah, there are two forms, ma'am.
Okay, I could see only one. Can you resend the feedback form again, please?
Yeah, sure. We have shared it. Kindly check it. I hope everyone has filled that form. So thank you everyone one more time. Thank you.